Alright, welcome to episode 7 of the ArenaCast. I am Kyle, and along with me here is Keo.
Hi.
And we are going to talk about his own created series called Aether Soul.
Yay.
Woo!
Hype noises.
So, first of all, I have to ask you, who are you, for those of us that do not know you?
Well, I am Kyo, otherwise known on many websites or social medias as the Epic Kyo,
Mm-hmm.
and I do comics in my free time.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay. So, and then I have to ask, who is this lovely child here that I'm looking at with the sword?
Heck, we talked about this. No children.
But he's a child.
I'm joking. It's the main character of the story. His name is Kyo. No last name.
Kyo no last name? Wow, I really like that last name.
I know it's a great last name,
Kyo no
but
last name.
he is an islander who wants just to go on an adventure. That's all. Nothing grander.
Nothing grander. Um. Alright, so what is our story about here? This lovely title that we have. It's called Aether Soul.
Aether Soul is about Kyo and him going through his adventures throughout the world of Lyric.
Anything else?
Sorry, I wanted to be a dick and just go just the very plain, basic, bare minimum description. But along the way, he'll meet many friends, foes, enemies, and weird animals, maybe, if I can draw that well. I think I can. Also, the title Aether Soul has something to do with the power system called Aether, which flows throughout the entire world.
Alright.
Pretty much it.
Actually, that was a really good segue into my next question. I wrote down why was Kyo's first test a bunny man?
Okay, so I had to go through a lot of ideas for the first chapter because I was like, it's got to be good, but I don't also want it to be long because originally, how my series is now, it's not as long as I had. Like the episode lengths are not as long as I originally planned them to be. They're going to be much longer, but it takes too long, and it would have taken me like a month or two to get an episode out. So I decided just to make them shorter. But in the original draft, someone was going to invade the island on the first chapter, and that would actually incite Kyo to use the Aether Soul. But due to me wanting to actually get the story out by a deadline I imposed on myself,
Yes, you
I
did.
decided to not rush it, but just change it to where there was this giant monster that came up to my head one day, and I thought that'd be funny if Kyo fought that. I hope I'm not shouting. I'm in the middle of my living room right now.
No, it's okay, man. Um, I mean, it's okay. Everybody's first fight is when they're trying to have when they're trying to fight their furry tendencies. So you know.
Oh my god! If you hear me out, I apologize.
Next up, I got. Why did you choose a sword for Kyo?
I love swords when it comes to my shonen trash weeb side. It's just I don't know. I do like characters that use other weapon stuff, but it's just like I just like that. I just like swords. It's just that.
The sword definitely looks like a mini version of like Cloud's sword, sort of.
Yeah, that's actually the inspiration. Way back when I was younger and I was actually drawing Kyo 24/7, he was actually had something way more similar to Cloud's Buster Sword.
Mm.
That's how his first incarnation was that of just a giant, grayed out Buster Sword. But then over the time, I switched them to like smaller dual wielding swords, backhanded style swords, and then what we have now, another Buster Sword.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you what Cloud's sword was because I actually have no idea what the name was, but you
It's called a
answered it.
Buster Sword.
It's just the Buster Sword. I'm really looking forward to that game, my guy. Uh,
I oh god, we're gonna have to do a whole thing on that. I'm excited,
we'll
but
do. We'll probably do a review when we both get it, I guess. But what were
if
we
I
gonna
get
say?
it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're off topic.
Next up, I wrote down. So why did that dude say yo? Like that just was like I was curious.
Okay, so basically, he was like the first part. He's basically I can't really. Uh, hold on, I'm sorry, I'm taking my words together. Basically, he's saying a name, but you only hear the last bit of the name.
Yeah. So like I mean, I'm just gonna assume it was oh god damn it, Kyo, but yeah.
Yeah, it could be. He could even be saying Kyo's name, Kyo's dad's name, or some other person's name that has yo at the end of it. Or maybe that's just the middle part that you hear. You don't know.
Or maybe he's just saying yo.
Yo, just yo.
Um. So my next at the beginning of like one of your episodes, Kyo showed affection towards a girl. So I have to ask you: do you ship your own characters?
It's not that I ship them. It's more of the lines that I have certain characters that by the end of the series will most likely end up together. And instead of being, the traditional shonen thing where the main character is really dumb and just doesn't like know what love is or whatever, it's more on the lines of like I'm gonna do my best to try to make natural like relationships throughout the story.
That is actually a really good idea. I'm gonna be honest with you. Not a lot of people do that, and instead of doing the weird tsundere baka thing, or
Dude, Fairy Tail's ending ruined anime relationships for me. Okay, it's a deep seated hate.
yeah, dude, we just need Inu on the hate bandwagon, and we'll all hate Fairy Tail.
Well, I don't hate Fairy Tail. It's just the ending. It could have ended way better.
That's true. You right. Um, but that's actually a really good segue because I was gonna ask, how does Kyo differ from the everyday shonen protagonist?
Well, it's not that he was really that much different when he basically he. God, it's I'm ad libbing here. Okay, I don't
Mm-hmm.
have a script.
No, I don't have a script either. I just have questions. Cause that's what I did while I was reading through it. I wrote down my questions, and you know.
So Kyo differs slightly. Is more that he is he's not a reactionary character in the sense like how Ichigo was in Bleach, where Ichigo is pretty much just doing his own thing when something happens and he reacts to it. Kyo is more like a Luffy or a Natsu, or some other third character where he is the I can't think of the word, but he's the one that actually does the thing that will.
He just acts. He doesn't just like.
He will have some reactionary moments too, but it's not going to be like that's his whole thing.
But it's more based around like instinct, I guess.
Yeah, basically pure curiosity. For example, say Kyo sees a haunted building. He's going to be like, oh, well, I want to go check that out. And I'm on an adventure and no one can stop me. So he's going to do that.
No matter how much people tell him no.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, you could also the fact that like you mentioned relationship wise, I think that's again very key, because like I've noticed that not everybody really wants like I guess nowadays like the whole like generic like Luffy Goku-esque character has kind of been done to death kind of at this point. So I think
Yes.
it's really nice for like main characters to either A, show that they have those types of feelings, because as people we all have those feelings.
Right. Like if you see a cute girl, you might end up blushing like Kyo does. It's
Yes.
relatable.
And or B, along the way, because they're on an adventure and all you have to do is show your adventures thing, just be like, boom, I had a great time last night, and you don't have to say anything else other than that, and everybody will just be like, oh my god, that happened! Wow,
Canonically.
assumptions! Canonically, oh my god! Uh,
That moment when you realize Goku's canonically fucked.
yeah, right? But it's like a low key like drop because it's just
Okay,
like,
I know we're
oh,
off topic, but I got to tell you something. Did you know that Gon Freaks canonically fucked?
when?
Dude, Chimera and Art. Now before, like not like the when they're at the castle, but like when they're doing the training thing with Knuckle and Hawk, or I think that's his name.
Yeah?
Well, the Palm shows up and Gon decides to go on a date with her, and he's telling Killua about how all of these
Um,
older women would come to the island. He would guide them, and then they would show him something swell. I know it's a big. It might sound like a big stretch, but I mean, come on.
this girl with like the black hair?
Yeah, but no, he didn't do it with Palm. He's telling Killua about the times when he was on his island. When women would come to his island, he would guide them and show them around, and then they would treat him to something really amazing.
How have I never known this? That's amazing.
Dude, he says it in the anime.
I know, but like, I think it just like went past me. That's so wild. Going freaks for the win. He's really a freaks in the sheets, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Super Saiyan.
All right, moving on.
Alright, next up I got, I've made this, I don't think me or Inu have made this, secret that me and him do not like the salamander. So,
Wait, what?
The
I didn't. You
salamander.
cut out.
The
What about him?
salamander. Oh, we have made it, I don't think we've made it private that I don't think either one of us like the salamander. So, my next question is, why the salamander, and will it ever go away?
Okay, so of course, since I wanted to make my own like shonen-esque webcomic. Of course, I wanted to make a sort of mascot character, and I was like, well, I don't really want to do something that's generically cute, like a deer or a cat or whatever, or a little cute robot.
Just writes in a deer, just names it Inu, and then every single
Chopper's
chapter,
a deer.
every single chapter is run over by a car.
Ugh. But I decided, well, at home I have, well, it's my roommates, but we have a leopard gecko, and I was like, I don't know, a reptile could be a cool little travel companion. And since Hina has the affinity of electric aether, you could tell if you've seen the chapter, or if you go, sorry if I spoil anything,
Wow.
but I decided why not give it a lightning attribute, like a lightning type gecko lizard thing, and I thought, why not?
All right. So, yeah. I wrote down a way to make a one-armed swordsman. LMAO.
Well, he's not really a one-armed swordsman. He uses two hands for a sword.
No, but it like if you notice, one of his arms is like gone. We're talking about the King of Adventures.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Well, you don't know if he has one arm or not. Maybe he just hides it. Maybe there's something special about it. Or maybe he doesn't have an arm. You don't know. It makes you question things. So basically, are you asking me what I was thinking when I came up with the King of Adventures?
Sure.
Okay. Well, originally, back like a year ago when I first did this series, it was called The Chronicles of Kyo, which was the original title for the series I used to do on Facebook. But
Otherwise known as Teacock.
yeah, I've rebooted it numerous times. But originally, the King of Adventures it was just more like the Adventures Association because I had it slightly different in the first version of this. It was an older man, and I was like, when I was rebooting the series this year, I was like, well, that's kind of already like overthinking. I kind of like what My Hero and Black Clover are doing with more younger, powerful leader characters, and I was like, I kind of want to do that. So on a whim, I drew up a character. I liked the design, how the hair came out, and I just did that.
Well, all right. Let's see. We got So what inspired you on the on that chapter or on that day to do Spiky Boys?
Okay, so on that chapter, the chapter was a little short. Let me see if I can figure out what chapter it was. Well, episode, I mean. I believe it was the 5th episode of chapter 1. One moment. Yeah. So I was while I was wrong, I was actually reading Martian Awakened Romance, which is one of the characters that's in the thing, and I was like, well, this chapter's a little short, and I kind of want to do some doodles because that's a thing people like, and I haven't really drawn it, like done any fun little sketches in a while. So I was like, I'm just gonna do spiky head characters. So I picked a few from the manga I've had read during this chapter, which was Rave Master, which I picked Lucius because I could have done Haru, but I did that once on one of the previous versions of Aether Soul. And so I picked Lucius this time because I kind of liked his character. Then I picked Ginta, and then I kind of just ended up doing blonde characters for a bit with an obscure manga character called Kyo from Buster Kyo, which is technically, well, sort of, kind of a fairy tale clone. Like the creator of this series does a fairy tale spinoff now. And then I did Black Star from Soul Eater because he was one of my favorite characters, despite his voice in the dub.
I
And then I
believe
just did,
he has the same voice as Pride from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
maybe I'd have to look that up.
I don't remember what other character he was, but oh, I think he's what's his name, the grape head or whatever in My Hero.
Oh, Mineta?
Yeah, he might be.
Maybe. I'd have to look that up still. But then lastly, I did Kyo because Spiky Boys, and Kyo has, the spiky brown hair.
So I'm gonna take a guess. You will be doing more of these in the future.
Yes.
All right.
Lately, I just haven't. It's not that I haven't felt like it. It's just more like the chapters or the episodes I've done were long enough to where I didn't really need to do it. And plus, I was always on time crunches because I have my part-time job I do. So it's not like I can do these like as much as I'd like to.
All right. What was your thought process for Kyo versus Ace?
Versus Ace.
Yeah, Ace, Portisky, D Ace.
It's not Pork, just the Ace. It's actually Ace is technically he's based off of a person that I know in real life. Not like the personality, but just more like certain aspects of the character are based off someone I know in real life.
Oh no, I was just making a joke.
Oh,
It has nothing to do with Ace. I just like saying Ace, and I was
I know.
I was then going to proceed to make a joke of how did Kyo kill Ace, and was it with Magma? But please go through your thought process.
Well, it's like he's been a character since I've been doing the Webtoon thing because I was like it's not really paying tribute. It's more like I kind of wanted to like use this person that I know in real life as a character in certain aspects, and I was just like, why not just make him one of the first people Kyo fights? And then the fight originally, of course, like whenever you think about it in your head, you have like all these detailed ideas for how the fight goes, but I decided to shorten the fights just so not to rush through the first arc, but more is just to trying to think of the proper word. More is just to like have a decently paced episode go through. Because I know like if I had gone with what I originally done, I would still be on the first arc for about another month or two if I had made the fights longer. Not saying that having longer fights is a bad thing. Like throughout the series, I'm gonna try to make the fights more interesting and a bit longer too, but not feel like you've been on the same fight for a good while. If that makes sense.
It does. Like you don't want it like DBZ long, but like a nice like.
And I don't want to like rush them too, because I do kind of regret the Ryuzaki and Len fights for being a little rushed. I just like.
I'm kind of sad that you didn't show off the other two people.
I originally I was, but I wanted to get through the arc and get into the meat of the things because it's not like, oh my god, I'm just like repeating myself and biting my tongue, but originally they were going to be introduced, like they were going to have their fights, but I just felt like the arc was going a little too long and people might end up getting bored if I just like for like 20 or something chap or episodes it just be on the exam and nothing really happens, if that makes sense.
I mean, I've been on the exam for 3 years, so.
Very funny.
Haha.
Of course, these characters, since I did point them out at the beginning of the arc that they had the higher Aether than most of the others, and that's why they were picked, they will have more relevance in the story and will be properly showcased later on.
Not like
Also,
those two trainers other than Gary that got the starter mons.
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I was saying, the only reason I decided to cut those two is, I wanted to also show off the whole cutaway thing with the dude who was locked up.
Yeah.
But also, I felt like three out of the five fights would be fine enough to for the arc to get like the general idea for the exam.
Yeah. I think it is. I guess future stuff. What does this adventure entail?
The adventure entails many things. Of course, thrilling adventure. I'm gonna do my best to get some epic fights. Um, Very climactic battles, character-driven arcs, of course. Sadness, of course. Maybe some death
Yeah,
and
somehow I
romance.
highly doubt that.
You never know. Okay.
Kyo's gonna kill off his dad.
Now
No, never mind. He's gonna kill off the mom.
she doesn't have the hairstyle. Okay. If you see her hair in the ponytail over her shoulder, that should raise some red flags.
She gonna die. I'm kidding. Um but yeah, I mean, yeah, let's maybe we'll see a kiss. A
A
kiss
kiss?
kiss.
Who knows? You have to read
Kiss.
to find out.
And any teases for the future or our next arc or something you would like to tell the audience, a little teaser.
Hmm. Little teaser. Hmm. I will say the next arc involves a dinosaur.
Well, all right, if you guys like dinosaurs, go check it. And I like to ask, do you like using webtoons, or do you think it would be, or would you rather use like some, if you had the choice to I guess like if like a comic not like webtoons but like I guess a comic like publisher, or like even I guess maybe like Shueisha or like a shonen thing like decided to pick you up, would you still stay on webtoons?
Well, if like, of course, my dream is like as like anime weeby as it sounds. Is of course I want to make like a shonen manga. I love shonen, and if for some reason Shueisha, Kodansha, any of the other big manga companies were like, "Hey, we like your thing or anything you do in the future," and of course I'd do that. But for right now, I do enjoy doing webtoons.
Mm. Is there anything you would change about it?
What
And
webtoons?
yeah, and if so, what would it be? Yeah.
Uh, I don't really know. I haven't really had any like issues per se.
Um, a little thing I had personally was when I was going through it because I was on my laptop. I've really gotten used to just like clicking because it goes by page. It doesn't go by like the long strip, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that's something I would personally change about it because I like the pages better than the strip. But
Oh yeah, like the long strip.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's more of like a personal thing than like something that I'd change about it.
Mm,
I kind of like the long strip thing. It took me a few like about a month or two ago to actually realize that I was doing it wrong, and but now I'm actually doing it properly to my knowledge.
mm. And as of so I guess we get to the portion where we get to tell Kyo what's wrong with his manga. I'm kidding. No, we're just getting to my ratings.
Okay.
Um, so I really what I really liked doing was I really liked binging it. Actually, I thought it was a good binge for like a good 10-20 minutes.
I appreciate it.
Um, but like um I'm not really I'm a person that's more like I'm more of a binge person. I guess like for like my college years, like I used to be able to do weekly, but I'm more of a binge person when it comes to something new.
Oh, I am too with most things, unless it's like a really good shonen I'm reading,
Um,
like Black Clover and My Hero and One Piece. I will read those weekly.
yeah,
But I mean, yes, I do like Doctor Stone, but I'm kind of waiting a little bit longer so I can just binge the current arc they're on.
yeah.
Also with Fire Force, and I need to like re-binge the entire manga.
Well,
Maybe after the first season of its anime, and I'll binge it.
mm, uh, with that being said, you get an 8.5. I think it's a
Nice.
good first thing.
I will accept for the arc.
Yeah,
Nice.
just every
What about the
just
prologue? What's the prologue's rating, huh?
no. Everything overall, it's an
I know.
8.5.
I'm just messing with you.
The prologue, I mean, probably like a 7.
Fair enough.
If I had to do it, and then like, probably with like, how you did that arc, I guess I'd give it like an 8. I mean like an 8.5. So it's like overall, I'm just giving everything an 8.5 because the prologue, like you did things perfectly. It's just that I just wasn't into certain things with the prologue, but you did everything correct. Like it's just personal gripes I have with it.
Of course.
So there's nothing I could do about that. And so but with the arc, you sped it up. I think that you did that pretty good as well. Um the thing is like it is like a bit shorter, I guess, than like at like a weekly manga chapter. So maybe like just as long, maybe a bit shorter, but like
I think it's a little my episodes are a bit shorter than a traditional manga's chapter length.
mhm. Which is
Also,
why
because you got to think about the panel thing. Mine's more of like you have to scroll down, so it's more
yeah
just panels like below like just pretty much stacked on each other. Whereas like on a manga, there's you could have like up to four to like as many as you can fit on a page.
yeah
But
uh,
each has their own advantage. I just need to get better at the format to fully utilize it.
yeah. Cause what I was noticing was like you were ending it like okay, but like, and because I was like binge reading it, that was good. But if I was going weekly, I mean like, it's kind of the problem I had with Dressrosa reading it weekly as well, or the problem like I'm even having with Wano at like certain points for One Piece, and that is it seems like it seems like the chapters are ending like so. I guess not like they're kind of like ending like a bit like short. Like I feel like there's supposed to be something else there.
That's mostly due to like me like having my own personal deadlines I give myself so I can get better at and make episodes at a faster pace.
Yeah.
Of course, like with most episodes, I do regret I cut certain things out,
Hmm.
but
Yeah.
maybe, well, of course, if the series gets ever popular enough and it does get featured on Webtoons, I'll be able to fix most things with each episode.
Yeah. Um,
Because I believe with Webtoons, you re-upload the series once you're featured.
hmm, that's interesting.
Yeah. It,
Oh, did you have something to say?
oh no, I was just a slight cough.
But yeah, yeah, 8.5 for now. Overall, as of right now, I'll give it an 8.5. So yeah, you guys should go check it out. I mean, I only really give like 9.5s and 10s to like something that's like truly a spectacle. So, 9 is normally when I've really, really enjoyed it, and like an 8.5 is like I really did enjoy this. There are a few things I'd change, but I'd give it a go. So that's why I give it. You
Fair.
know. And shameless plug. Where can people find this?
You can find it online Webtoons, and the link will be in the description. Or you can just search up Aether Soul.
Hmm.
And
And
if you enjoy it, be sure to subscribe and maybe leave a comment. Tell me what you think.
yeah,
I always love
please,
feedback.
please leave him a comment. Please give him that feedback, so that way he
Unless,
knows
just
what
as
to
long
do.
as it's, an appropriate comment.
Please leave Kyo a comment telling him which characters you want to have sex. Please. I just think that'd be hilarious. And I guess I have to do. I got to do a little shameless plug because we started the Twitch a couple weeks ago. Please go follow the channel because we got a Twitch now on Twitch. Probably gonna do a bit more live streams when I go on campus. Because I'm pretty sure my roommates will be cool with it to help me out because I hate doing stuff on my own.
Hmm.
Thumbs up. And yeah, next week, we are because so 2 weeks in a row because I think on Saturday of this upcoming week, where it's currently Thursday, the 18th. I'm dating our little thing here that we did. So next week, which I guess in this term should be the third. Yeah, the third. We'll probably be going back to something gaming related. I don't want to say what it is right now, but probably will. And anything else you want to shout out, Keo?
Like and subscribe at the GameArena.
Thanks, man. Really
Of course.
appreciate that. And yeah, leave a comment if you guys want to talk. If you want to hear us talk about something else. And
Of course, after the next chapter, sorry, I cut you off, but after the next arc, I'll probably be dragged back here against my will for another review.
that is completely true. He will be dragged back here for the next discussion indefinitely because I thought this went pretty well.
I had fun.
And yeah, yeah. Subscribe for being for Keo being here against as well. And we'll talk to you guys in the
Yay!
next one.
I'm in an anime review.
Goodbye.